Ace Coda says it could be the run, though. It's possible. I mean, he did min 3-bet ace-3 and stuff like that. I don't really know if we want him to call with a pair and a flush draw or something like that, or whatever. I really don't mind him calling with that. And that is a GG. Good game, wasn't it? Very interesting game. That probably will make YouTube. Hello to YouTube. Let's play again. Da 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 da. That's what it's going to be, you know, ladies and gentlemen. You know it. That's what the YouTube's going to be. Pippo from Belgium with the min 3-bet. We're going to call. We flop. What do we flop? A backdoor straight. Got 3/5 of a straight flush here, ladies and gentlemen. 6 of clubs, please. That would be fun, wouldn't it? We're going to call. We can maybe turn a hand into a bluff if he checks turn. I think we will do that. I don't anticipate the min 3-bet this to be very balanced, so we're going to go for a bet. I use this sizing so we can use a non-lin on the river. Good and bad, like I don't think there's too many flushes. If he does, he'll probably donk. So I think we could even jam this river. Sucks a bit because maybe he just snaps off with 10s. But I think we're going to jam this. On different rivers, we probably use a non-lin. On this river, pretty happy to shove. And we get through, so happy days. Try defend 4-8. I think probably make it profitable. And we'll see how we do. Okay, he goes for a half pot here. So he went for 2BB before and then was fairly weak, let's say. Maybe be the same again, who knows. I may check back if he checks it. He may come out and bet. Like, it's a bigger sizing. It's a bigger percentage. He bet sizing. 3BB, huh? Think in position, 3 to win 14. Cool. Bad river. Is it a bad river? Probably a bad river. Definitely a bad river? Probably. Here comes with another min 3-bet. I'm going to give him a recreational tag. Likely unidentified, non-professional, we think. He uses a bigger sizing here. We do have a better hand. I think he's pretty likely to have an ace here. So I think we can call and just hit a 6 and then stack him. If we had. Maybe. Zaxor, this is good luck today. Thank you very much, Zaxor. We appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, mate. Got a little camera. Turbo. What does turbo mean? Don't know. It bets 3 again. So, given that he's 3-betting everything so far, we're going to tighten up our button range slightly. So 9-7 probably is pretty marginal now against him. We can maybe fold that. Because on top of that, he's obviously playing quite aggressively on turns. He's min 3-betting everything, so hopefully Jonas took my advice and tightened up his button range. Okay, we get this interesting click back. A very quick call. A fun board for the defender. Not so good when you got kings here. Guess is what we have, and we get donked into. Always the way, isn't it? You get kings, you get donked into. He's going to jam. Ace 4. Queens or kings? What I'm saying. I mean, I think it's the. Don't have to be. What are you going to do? You're going to call queens? I think it's a call. I've saw randoms. Could have, yeah. I think it's unlucky. I would have called as well. I would have played it identical, and you do. It sucks, doesn't it? It is always the way. Right, top pair we think is good. So how did he play that? He played it very weirdly, didn't he? He checked the turn and everything, which is like, he's tricky, Pippo. Pippo here, he's tricky. So how's the best way to beat the tricky player? Just make good hands, and then now we just check. Let him bluff. Or check down something. Down. Wow, we checked down the second nut low with 8-4 off. Okay, we're going to shove him in if he clicks. Doesn't. Okay, so we know he clicks ace highs. So maybe he's more weighted to this. Could maybe call that, but under bluffing rivers then. Something definitely want to pay attention to. So for sure, check bet. Note that. Maybe we just want to. Yeah, we want to be careful about overcalling him on rivers. This would be another example, I think. Just even if he checks turn, we can't eliminate it straight from his range. He may bet as well, of course. So, I assume he's donking a lot of boards as well. A bit tricky. Could try something with this hand. I think we're just going to let it go, though. I'm not trying to play too aggressively. It would definitely be reasonable to click or something. That hand, I think. But start with a check. We'll flop and double gutter. Better to see him min quite often. Start with a call. Start with a check. Club draw is extra outs against some combos. Snap checks back here. Now, he could still have a lot of combos. We know he didn't bluff very much. So, I don't think it makes sense to check here, trying to trap. So I'm going to go bet 3 big blinds. Expect a fair amount of calls, but fair enough. I'm going to limp this one, even though we could just jam it as well. I'm going to try limp. I know we're going to flop 2 pair. We know he's going to donk. Well, he doesn't donk. Interesting. Just going to check fold it. Should we try a tricky little check? Not too much that we're worried about giving away equity with this hand, so we're going to try a check. This is a good card in terms of now opening up a lot of potential avenues for him to have hit this board now. So now we can go pretty big. Still a little worried. I think he's just going to snap check fold here, but like the 10x is just gut shot, so we're looking at maybe a hand like Jack 2 off or something, or his air. Maybe big is an option as well. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I guess he just a Jack 2 off there and just have anything. So he stopped. It looks like he stopped ISOing. He stopped min 3 betting all stuff. I don't think he was ever really ISOing. Donking's been fairly honest, so I think we'll just bet this value. Nice turn, of course. Don't think he's going to fold a 7 or a 10 or anything like that. Interesting sizing decision we have now. I'm just going to pot. You could go bigger even, or we could go smaller. Both of those would be viable. I mean, going smaller has the benefit of allowing us to continue with worse and maybe don't shove some rivers. That's only good if we miss brick the river. Going bigger, of course, just means that he's more committed with some stuff. But I think a lot of his donking range will mean that he doesn't actually have that much inactivity. Although he does have still some 10x there. Do we try min bet here? Are we getting it through ever? Checking a 0v, so like if he folds 33% of the time, it's worth it. And he does, so it's worth it. We're not going to do anything. He's been check folding a bunch, or at least has seemed captain. Shout out to Old Mac something. Old Mac Stuther. Or something maybe. I don't know. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good time, potentially on your farm. Old Mac on his farm, who knows. We're going to limp 10-6. He's not ISO'd much at all. Flop a gut shot and over, backdoor flush draw, so we will be able to call a bet if he comes out donking. Now, I think we'll start with a check. Go for a delay or hit or improve. Or nice card for us to try and represent. So I think big bet is going to be absolutely fine here. 1.5, 3/4, I think. I think he's likely going to call at least one with some 3x and stuff, but then probably fold to a river bet, and of course he can just fold on the turn as well. Fine for us. Do we ever want to ISO him? We haven't ISO'd him non-lin yet, but I think given how he's playing, it doesn't really make sense to do that yet. Goes check. He could have a 10x here, definitely possible. We don't know what his limp C bets are or his checks are. He bet a gut shot. No info on what he's been checking yet. Gonna go for a min bet. Probably min the river if he. Oh, but he folds. Okay. So it looks like he's gone from being super crazy to actually pretty honest all of a sudden. The Pippa may have been, let's say, a bit tilted or a bit frustrated or something like that. And went from playing really kind of creatively to maybe a bit more straightforward. I'm going to bet this. Hope he's got low card. Calls. Probably we're done with the hand now. We may take a bluff on the river if he checks the river. Well, interesting to know when he doesn't donk here, like how we want to range him. I wonder if there's even room to just check here. Because does he... maybe we just min bet, see if he wants to fold 10x. I think I might try that. Or a flush draw. He's got 9-8 of diamonds. Would be like very passive, but yeah, okay. Sweet. I think his Queen X is going to bet. I think his Jack X probably min bets or does something or donks or whatever. So I think we're fine. We're going to ISO jam 5s. Now that we're in the lead, some people will suddenly switch their style, and stylistically they get a bit annoyed. We're actually going to min raise this because he's not been ISOing everything, and he did 3-bet everything. So I think min raising might be a good idea against him. He does fold. He's gone into super passive mode, hasn't he? Which is fine for us. We prefer him, to be honest, in slightly passive mode than aggro mode. I do feel like if we keep getting hands, he's going to get frustrated and just call us off with something random. We'll see. Maybe this time. Seen him limp trash. Haven't seen him min raise, but by actually going to let this go, and now kind of like don't think we have fold equity there. We're going to jam his queen. No point in limping this. He's not ISOing anything. I think we will call here just to flop something. Like, we can play very honestly. It's one, there's 4 behinds. I think it's going to be an easy enough call. I hope he's not got, you know, an overpair, but this is one of the things you want to flop when you call with 4-3s, right? So we're going to check, let him potentially take a stab, c-bet, whatever. He checks back. At any point betting this weirdly enough? Like, do we deny equity? Really know what. Wish we could just hit. Check call, check fold, maybe. I think that's where we got to go. Call, check folds. He wins just so much. Don't think he turns ace highs into bluffs or something. He had ace high, so the check call, check fold is obviously correct. And just happy enough that he gave up raise 7 delay. Pretty reasonable for him, to be honest. Other than the min raise, it's pretty fun. We're going to jack 5 against 8-3. He Old Max says, cheers, man. First time and enjoying a lot more than most poker streamers I've seen. Keep it up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's just go. Thank you, Old Mac. Nice words from you. Quite disparaging to the rest of the poker Twitch community, but yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. Thank you very much. Yeah, they're all shit, no. All right, we got Trips, and the world's most passive guy is never going to call us, is he? Is he? Yes, he is. And the diamond comes, and that's worrying because he has more diamonds than clubs for sure. Maybe we just min bet fold this. Min bet fold. He's still got 8, 10, 8, 9. Still got maybe some 3x or jack x. I'm folding if he jams. If he clicks, I guess we call. Like, this sucks, but like this is the way you get paid with your flush mate. You've earned the extra big blind. Congrats. Or you can have queen 8. Sure, that's also a hand. He did have clubs. Well, so he's not even betting his flush draws now. This is a very great example, everybody watching, to be very, very in tune and try and have that intuition when you play your opponents, because they can change a lot. And this guy went from being completely aggressive and very aggro to very, very passive, and our strategy is that to change as a result. And so it's important that you don't just give your opponent a kind of, this is how they play, and then this is how I play in response to it, and then just keep that going. Because I think, yeah, we would have missed a lot of spots had we assumed he was still the kind of crazy guy. Although by now, I think we hopefully would have worked. Most people would have. Not going to bet here, just going to check. Maybe bluff a river. You know what? You could definitely take it, because I think he min raises ace size. I hope he hasn't got too much king x. I'm going to bet. If he calls for a chop, it's okay. I think we're mainly chopping here, and if he folds, that's great as well. So take it. We'll shove the jack 2. Can you imagine, by the way, if he was bluffing into owners? That would have been bad. A lot of EV that we're scooping up, which is lovely for us. Definitely ISO jammable if he's min raising ace x at this stack depth as well. I'm going to do it because I think he's min raising ace x. We saw him min raise ace 7 at stack depth. So I think we just jam this. I think we have the best hand, and I think it makes sense. We'll jam 8-9, sure. Obviously hoping for folds, but doesn't matter. Just plus EV. Ace 8 we're going to go with. Does folds. 3 we're just going to fold. He's actually not shoved yet, by the way. this is first shove he's taken. So I'm gonna try a limp because I think it's gonna be high EV given the game conditions. Limp fold this, then open jam it. I think if he donks, I'm just gonna shove now though. And Ace Goda says it could be the run though. It's possible. I mean, he did min 3-bet ace 3 and stuff like that. I don't really know if we want him to call with a pair and a flush draw or something like that or whatever. We don't mind him calling with that. And that is a GG. Good game, wasn't it? Very interesting game. That probably will make YouTube. Hello to YouTube. Let's play again. Da 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 da. That's what it's going to be, you know, ladies and gentlemen. You know it. That's what the YouTube's going to be.